Hi, I'm Leslie Street. I am the director of the Wolf Law Library at William and Mary School of Law in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I will say that, I teach law students every day. We talk about the First Amendment. We talk about everything in law school. And it's really disappointing to me. I have twin 10-year-old boys, and we started to confront at their school challenges to particular books in the library, other parents who didn't think certain materials were appropriate for their kids. So a couple of years ago, in my normal suburban neighborhood, I created a banned books display for our neighborhood trunk or treat on Halloween. So it was a banned books library where the kids could come up and look at different books. And inside, when they picked out books inside, there were the candy treats that they got for Halloween. I did it to raise awareness for other parents in the neighborhood that books were not something to be afraid of, that books offered great treats and wealth inside of them. And so I feel really strongly that the generation of children coming up behind me shouldn't have fewer access to books than have less access to books than I had when I was growing up. And so I picked this Ta-Nehisi Coates book, Between the World and Me, because it's a conversation between a father and a son about, what the world meant growing up as a young black man. And it's a book that I've talked about with my own kids just to talk about contrast, and I want them to understand the world, and I want them to understand different people's experiences, people whose lives are different from them, because that's the only way we can make this great democratic experience successful in the United States, is to understand the beauty and the diversity around us and to celebrate that every day. And that's what books give us the opportunity to do in a way that, in our normal lives, we may not interact with people the same way. And so I want to read just a short passage from the book, because I love it, father talking to a son. I am speaking to you as I always have, as the sober, serious man I have always wanted you to be, who does not apologize for his human feelings, who does not make excuses for his height, his long arms, his beautiful smile. You are growing into consciousness, and my wish for you is that you feel no need to constrict yourself to make other people comfortable. None of that can change the math anyway. I never wanted you to be twice as good as them, so much as I have always wanted you to attack every day, of your brief, bright life and struggle. The people who must believe they are white can never be your measuring stick. I would not have you descend into your own dream. I would have you be a conscious citizen of this terrible and beautiful world. And so that's why I'm against banning books, because I want my kids and every kid to be a conscious citizen of this beautiful and terrible world so that they can work to make the world better.